What is this? Hmm? So I will record attendance from now only. Only 12 are there. What happened?
Sir, they have been changed as attendees. They are
Huh?
there in attendees.
No, 40 joined this thing. And all of them left. Only 9 are there now.
No, sir,
Sir,
it
no,
has
sir,
been
no,
changed
sir.
as attendees.
They are presenters, sir, actually. Totally, there are 48.
Okay, fine. Shall we start?
Okay, sir, okay, we can
Yes,
start,
sir,
sir.
we'll start. We can start.
Is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it's visible.
So how was your experience with the board actually? Were you able to see something when the camera was it able to pick up whatever the thing which I have drawn it on the board?
It was not fully clear, sir.
It's not clear, is it?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then, so images, you are not able to see the image at least, but the voice is very okay.
My voice
Yeah.
is fine, sir.
Voice is okay. Do you have, all of you have a book or something? About book?
Sir, no, sir.
No. You haven't taken any book or you have not purchased any book. Okay,
No, sir.
fine. That's a problem. Right. Okay. Now today another set of experiment which I am going to do. If you are convenient to that, then we will proceed that way. Okay. Is that okay? Fine. All right. Now,
Okay, sir, fine.
so we start again. We refresh it. The linear measurement. We have got what is called a tape and a chain. So you know what is a the different types of tape, as a cloth or a linen tape, and that metallic tape and a steel tape. Then we come to what is called a chain. Sorry. Yeah. We'll. This is what is called a chain. I think I have displayed this the other day. No. So you got a groove over here and a small undulation and the handle. The handle is a brass handle, and you see that the center of this to the center of this, you are able to see the pointer. The center to this center is what is called a, what is it called? Now here you have got it, no? From the center of this to the center of this. What is it called?
Link.
Link. Link. Link. This is what is called a link. The link is 20 centimeter. The link is 20 centimeter. So you have got a groove over here. You have got another groove on the other extremity of a chain. Chains are available in two different lengths. One is a 30-meter chain and the other one is a 20-meter chain. 20-meter chain will have 100 number of links. 30-meter chain will have 150 link actually. Okay, so that is the difference. So we have got we are proceeding the chain line, we call it as a chaining. The other is when you got a two extremities of a line, 2 points on the extreme point on the line, our job is to set or find out intermediate point which lie on the straight line joining these 2 points so that our chaining job becomes easier. So this process is called, what is the process called?
Ranging.
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 Ranging. The process is called
Ranging.
ranging. So what is ranging is, so you got the two extremities of a line. These two extremities of a line, so sorry, this is what is called arrow actually. This is what is called what is the purpose of arrow? So here it has got a sharp end. It is about 40 centimeter in length with a ring on that top. You can pierce the arrow onto the ground. If the ground surface happen to be a soft soil, if it is a very hard rock, what to do? The arrow will not pierce. Then in that case, you have to use some paint and other thing or a chalk to mark the point. Do you understand that? Right. So this is what is called arrow. Now we have got the purpose of using an arrow is to okay, yeah. So this is I should not have done it. So this is the arrow, and the process is called arranging only. Okay. So whatever I have given in the definition in the bottom, process of establishing intermediate point in between two extremities of a straight line is what is called a ranging, and we are using a ranging rod. What is a ranging rod? Ranging rod is this. So it has got normally 2 to 3 meter in length, and this stripes alternatively it has been painted in red and a white or a black and a white. So we have got a flag. Under any background, you will be able to see the ranging rod. Do you understand that? So on extreme part, what is that you have is what is called. So this the length of the each strip is around 20 centimeter. Not around, it is 20 centimeter. So each strip is around 20 centimeters. Suppose you want to measure the 20 centimeter, you can use the ranging rod also for small measurement, but normally we don't do that. Okay, fine. So this is what is called a metric chain. I think we have explained it. Is there any doubt in this metric chain? Okay. Now in the chain, here the 5 links are completed. You will have a small brass ring attached with this ring actually. So this is made up of steel. So you will have one small ring attached with the brass ring attached with your ring, connecting ring. For every 1 meter, for every 5 meter you will have a brass tag. So for 5 meter you will have a tag with one tooth. For a 10 meter you will have a tag of two teeth, and for 15 meter you will have 3. So on the other side you will have so it increases by 1, 2, 3 and 3 to 1, because we don't have any zero end between the either end is a zero end, either end is a completion end. So 30 meter chain will have 150 links, and 20 meter chain will have 200. Now I'll ask you one question, just answer. Suppose I want to measure a smaller length. How do I go about it? Less than about 20 centimeter. My accuracy I want to increase in the field. How do I do about it? The least count of a chain is 20 centimeter. Okay. So anything less than 20 centimeter, I just wanted to measure out that. How do I go about it?
So we can use
Any
a
idea?
ruler because it's less than 20 centimeter, no sir.
Ah,
So we can use some ruler.
no, nothing is available. Say you are in middle of the jungle, nothing will be available. Suppose you set a chain party, normally in the surveying is a very tough job in civil engineering. People used to go very early in the morning. Why? Because when the scorching sun, you cannot do the surveying work. So they start when the light is on, they'll start the work. Suppose you are in middle of the forest, when you look for a ruler, right? So this that is why I said no. The surveying, there is no face luck. It's only application. If you got a problem, you try to solve the problem there, then and there itself. So you are in middle of the forest, so you have got only one chain. But I just wanted my this thing smaller accuracy. How do I go about? Somebody says that I don't know, my this thing is limited to 20 centimeter. Because the least count of the chain is only 20 centimeter. No, suppose you have a tape, that's okay. Because tape you can measure even 1 centimeter less than 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is prominently marked in a tape. Half a centimeter also you will have. The least count of it is half a centimeter. You can go. Suppose you say that you don't take a tape also. In a hurry you are taken it, but anyhow you have to solve the problem.
So,
How will you do that?
sir, these brass tags are marked as 38 and 38 and some
Pardon?
16. We can use them. Can we use them to measure the length less
Mm.
than 20 centimeter?
Mm-hmm. Suppose I
These
measure the this thing one full point, two different point in between, and it sometime what happen, it comes a half a link or a three-fourth of a link. How do you round it up so? What we do is normally just mark 5 meter or 10 meter on the
Mm.
ground, actually 2 point. Then you have to walk along with your footsteps, measure that, count the number of footsteps. Suppose 10 meter is there. You count the number of paces, 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 how many paces you just make it out, and then divide it by that. So one pace of it you will have it. So full chain length you can measure it. Then the link part of it you can measure it. You can find out how many paces is left out. In that case, you can minimize your this thing. You can less than about. But this is the way how things people do it in the field. Rather, suppose we don't have it. So many times in surveying, what we do is we are provided only with this instrument. Somehow you have to do that and manage the situation, and you have to find out what is the real part of it. You have to manage it in the field. But nowadays the things are very different. Nobody uses survey. Nobody wanted to know what is surveying. In many of the IITs there are no takers for surveying, but based on this only your remote sensing and other things are built. See, surveying is an art by itself. So what is in the paper, and nobody will be knowing how to transfer it to the ground. That is more important. You will have a very good design. You will have a very good this thing. You will have a very good drawing. And when you go to the site, how to transfer what is available in the paper to the ground, that is more important. Suppose you don't do it properly, many times many of the structure fails rather. For example, you have to check the verticality of it. How do you check a vertical? Suppose you construct a wall, the wall is perfectly vertical or not, how will you check it?
Plumb bob, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. You have to keep a plumb, and then yes. So many a time the smaller work you'll be able to do it. Smaller work you'll be able to do it. Suppose there is a tower. The tower is about 200 meter from the ground level. What is the problem? And I just wanted to fix the top of the tower, and then I have to assign a coordinate for that. How do I do what? What is the problem you are likely to encounter in that?
Direction.
Huh?
Direction.
No, 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 no. You see, you have a tower. No, you just pulled a tower. The tower, you have seen at the transmission tower, the transmission, the power line,
Yes,
and
sir.
sometimes you
Yes,
have
sir.
your communication tower is also there. No, communication tower
Yes, sir.
where you have on top of it may have antenna or whatever is being fit. But what is the problem is the longer, the slender is a member, it go very high to the top. What is the problem?
So stability. It's
No, no,
stability.
because of the wind. No, as
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
altitude
Stability.
increases, there is something called as the wind. Actually, the blowing of the wind, the tower is always be vibrating. So you have to pick the coordinate, find out the coordinate about which point it is vibrating. This you cannot do it with some very linear equipment or any angular measuring device. You have to go for what is called the laser fitted theolite. Nowadays we are using a laser theolite, and then advancement over is what is called the total station, electronic total station. Total station is a survey lab by itself. It can measure the distance, horizontal distance, vertical distance, slant distance. So given a coordinate, it can give you a coordinate x, y, z coordinate. All these things you will appreciate it only once you know the fundamentals of it. Okay, that's why the syllabus you have all these things. Okay, fine. Now I was telling you about a tape. So you got a tape. Now, what is this tape? The blue colored one.
Fiber tape. Fiber
Linen
tapes.
tape. Linen tape. Linen tape.
It's nothing called a fiber tape. It's only a metallic tape. All these three are metallic tape. Even the tailor what he is using is only a metallic tape because it has got a metal frame on which the varnish is being filled in, and then the readings are engraved, okay, on that. Okay, so this is what is called a metallic tape. What is the problem with the metal? Metal has got its coefficient of linear expansion. As the temperature rises up, so it also expand along with that the your dimensions also get expanded rather. So first of all you have to define what is called a linear measuring. uh, what is a meter? The meter for me it is a mark between the distance between the two marks on a platinum rod which is kept in a museum at Paris at 0 degree centigrade. So 0 degree centigrade, the platinum rod is there. There are two marking. The distance between the two marking is the 1 meter. We calibrate your scale accordingly rather. So this is what is called a metallic tape. So this is the tape what is that you are using for a measurement. So this is what is called a invar or a steel tape. So this is made up of pure metal. But what is the problem with the metal? So this material, the alloy, has got a low value of coefficient of linear expansion so that it will not expand to a large extent. If it expands to a large extent, suppose I say that the tape is 30 meter at a designated temperature, say about 25 degrees centigrade. Suppose you are measuring at 30 degrees centigrade, what will happen? What will
The
happen?
tape will
My
expand.
measurement will be less, sir,
Measurement will be,
than actual.
the temperature is increase in temperature than the designated temperature. What will happen?
So then the measured length would
You will
be
be
less than the
measuring
actual
more or
one.
you will be measuring less?
Sir, we will be measuring less.
You will be measuring less. What is the correction?
Positive correction, sir.
Correction is the length of the tape multiplied by alpha. So what is it you get? Alpha is,
Thermal coefficient.
yeah, per
Coefficient of
degree
expansion.
centigrade. Per degree centigrade, meter per degree centigrade. So suppose you multiply by the temperature, the difference in temperature. Okay, difference in temperature. Suppose my designated temperature is 25 and I am measuring at 30 degrees centigrade. What is the alpha T? delta T will be 5 degree.
Delta T is 5.
Delta T is 5 degree. So 30 degree I am measuring, 25 degree is the designated length. Delta T will be 30 minus 25, 5. So L alpha into delta T, or in your survey book it is given as L alpha T. So L into alpha into T. So that is the correction. We have to add it up because it's more than the designated. Suppose you are the temperature is you are measuring at 20 degrees centigrade, the same L alpha T will become a negative one. Like so, you'll be so you have to subtract it depending upon increase in the temperature or decrease in the temperature. You have to find out what is the correction and then carry out the correction. We will come to it later on. So now the ranging is, I said the ranging is, this is the ranging, no? The process of establishing intermediate point in between two extremities of a straight line. The problem here is the two extremities are the two extremities are from A you are able to see B. From B you are able to see A. So the points are intervisible. Points are intervisible. Now I see L1, L2, R1, R2. Yesterday, what is that I have drawn it on the board? I just make it this way. Is it visible now? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what happened? So one person is standing over A and you have got a ranging rod at B. What is the person here called? Yeah, these people, somebody here, no? In this range. What is it called? They are called a leader, and here is called a follower. So what he does, he just go back. When you look at it, A and B will be in a same straight line. You can see that A and B are in a same straight line. You can see the ranging rod at A, not at B. Now one fellow is come with a ranging rod over here. Now he is at this position. Okay, L1. Now the follower will direct the leader to move to its right. So he will keep his right hand. So this fellow will come to L2. Right. Then he sweeps on. Then he goes to R1. Or by R2. Then he comes to R1. So you move accordingly. You direct the fellow over here. And then he reach the point C. When he reach the point C, what will happen? So A, C and B are in range. So you don't see the ranging rod at C. You see a ranging rod at A. And this will be on same straight line. So this process is what is called the ranging. Is it okay? This is what is called a ranging. There is an instrument called a line ranger, actually, optical instrument. This is what is called. We are able to see the optical instrument line ranger.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I just drawn it with a pen and then using it. So this is the instrument actually. This is an instrument. Somebody is carrying a instrument on his hand, a very small piece of instrument. So he has got two prisms arranged, so one over the other. So two rectangles are there. These two rectangles are nothing but the prism. So what will happen is the ray from A incident through this and then get reflected, and you will see that at the eye position. Do you understand that? So it will be a small eye position. You can see the image of A in the perpendicular direction. You can view it. Right, because the ray is coming over here and getting reflected here. Okay, and then you see that the image of ranging rod A. Same way, from B, the ray come over here and then get reflected. So in the field of view, you will get something like this, the top and the bottom. Is it okay? Top and the bottom. So you come to a place where when you look at it, when these two images forms the same on the same line, then that point is what is called in range between A and B. Is that okay? It's a small piece of instrument wherein you will have it, you will hold it in a hand. So this is a prism, and you have got a reflecting surface. These prisms are arranged one over the other. So bottom prism, one bottom prism and the top prism. So the top prism, what will happen? It has got a reflecting surface at the top. So you will have a image of the light will come and incident on that. It get reflected over here. It get transmitted. So in the eye position, you will see an image of A holding it perpendicular. Then you have got B. B also comes here and then reflected. In the field of view, you will get an image like this. Okay, in the image, you get a pattern like this. So when you are in range between A and B, you will get a pattern like this. Okay, so you can suspend a plumb bob, transfer what is in your hand to the ground, fix an arrow, it will be in line with A and B. Is it okay? Is that clear?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
sir.
yes. Now we will go to the next one. This is the one which I had drawn it yesterday in the with a chalk piece. Now this is okay. This model is okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You are able to see something on the screen, like, right?
Yes.
So now
Yes, sir.
the problem here is A and B are not visible. A and B are not visible. That from A you cannot see B. From B you cannot see A. So intervisibility is a problem, but you may question it, but not in the plane surveying you don't have a problem. But like when you go to a real site, there may be some obstruction or something will be there. So you may not be in a position to go about it, right? Suppose there is a small tree over here, a small tree here. What will happen? From A you cannot see B. From B you cannot see A. Okay, how to overcome this? So what do you do? So you select a 2 point M and N, some random point. Okay. Now what will happen? The fellow at M, you will direct N to come to a position N1. So he moves from here N to N1. The N1 is, the condition is that B, N1 and M are in range. Okay, first approximation. So you select 2 point M and N. So M directs the position, the leader at N to move to a position N1 so that M, N1 and B are in same range. Fine. Now what happened? The N has moved to N1. So he directs M to come to a new position M1 such a way that you say your A, M1 and N1 are in range. Then M1 directs this fellow to come to a N2. So this is the same process. The same process continues so that the position at N2, he says that A, M2 and N2 are in range, and position at M2, we say that M, N2 and B are in range. So these fellows are very proximate, very close proximity. Once they ascertain that they are in range with both the points, then they have established 2 points M2 and N2, which are in range between A and B. So this process is called reciprocal ranging or indirect ranging. The process is called a reciprocal ranging or indirect ranging. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now at times what happens, you are not able to there are obstacles in chaining. So obstacles in ranging, or both obstacles in chaining as well in ranging. That is possible in the field. Okay. So there are instances wherein there are obstacles in chaining, but not in ranging. There are obstacles in chaining, but not in ranging. What are those? We'll go to that. What is this? What is this? You have put a more number of circles over here. What is this? What does it represent? Any idea? Hey, you have learned basic civil engineering. What is that, boys? Any idea? Any idea? Have you heard a word contour?
No, sir.
CONTOUR. What is a contour?
So it's a boundary of anything.
Boundary of?
Sir, actually, it is a line at which at every point the height will be same. Along the contour, height will be same.
Or can I say that imaginary line joining the point of identical elevation?
Yes, sir.
Like level surfaces.
Yeah. The imaginary line joining the point of same elevation. Okay.
Yeah.
So this elevation, suppose this is 100. This is one circle is there 100, 90, 85, 80, something there. What is it called? So you are drawn a circle like that. It's nothing but suppose here is 100. This is 95. This is 90. This is 80. What will happen? What is it? What is your inference? So three-dimensional view we are representing in a two-dimensional paper actually. Right. Okay. First one, the outermost contour has got a largest value. Innermost contour will have a lowest value. Second case, innermost contour will have a highest value. Outermost contour will have a lowest value. Two cases are there. What are those two? First one, innermost contour has got a lower value. Outermost contour has got a higher value. What is it? What does it represent? What it represent?
Pit, sir. Pit.
Ditch or a pond, because it's civil engineering now. It's a small pond wherein I cannot put my chain line now. I cannot measure it out. I cannot, but ranging is possible. Isn't it? So from here, I can see the other point. Ranging is possible. So you go around the obstacle. You go around the obstacle because this is a chain line. You go around the obstacle and then do the chain. This is where I took it from a book. Thereafter I will draw myself and then make it a photograph and then do that. It's very difficult rather, but anyhow we'll manage it. Okay. So what is that we do? We just go around the obstacle. Okay, we go around the obstacle and then we do that. So what is that we do? We just set out a perpendicular AC, measure out a distance. Then from here we can set out a perpendicular, measure out equal distance. Then these two CD is equal to AB. Okay, right? You are setting out a parallel line. Right. For setting out a perpendicular in the field, we have what is called a cross staff. I will explain the cross staff in a next class, but anyhow, we just take it from me that you are setting out a perpendicular. Other way of setting out a perpendicular is, how do we set a perpendicular? When a cross staff you forget to take a cross staff to the field. Only a tape is available. Okay, persons are available. How do you do? So what is that you can do is, you can mark 3 meter here, 4 meter here, If the diagonal is 5 meter, then that is a perpendicular. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
how do we know that AB is passing through the center of the pit? Like
Which one?
it could be a chord also, na?
Which one?
Sir,
Yeah.
the AB which is passing in from the middle of this
No,
contour.
this is the progress of a chain line. You are here, but anyhow you have to measure you have to proceed with the chain line rather. So your job is to find out what is the distance between A and a B, but there is a ditch in between. But you cannot put your chain and measure it here, but you
Yes, sir.
can reach it.
What I'm asking is that how do we know that that the AB is passing through the center, that line segment? It could be a
It's
chord also,
obvious.
no?
Yeah, no, it could be here also. Doesn't matter. It could be here also. It could be here also. No problem. But I just wanted a solution for that. Okay. Now I will come back to you because another figure I'll show you. Like,
Okay,
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 fine.
sir. Okay, sure, sure.
It so happened that it passes through the center. It doesn't mean that it's always a center. Like A can be here and B can be here also. Right. And then that question there is no obstruction, no? Right? But there is an intervening obstruction. That is what we wanted to say in that. Right. This is a very primitive this thing. The other one is you can solve this way also. You set out a perpendicular, and then measure out this, then you can measure out AC. What is AB? AB is the Pythagoras theorem application. AC square minus, sorry, BC square minus AC square, square root of it is your AB. Is it not? Right? So no angular measurement, but you can set out a perpendicular into the field and then use your basic geometry and then find out what is this. Okay. The other way of doing it is this. So you set a point and you see that a perpendicular is established between A and at a point C that there is a perpendicular. This we can do it only with the help of a cross taff. With a tape is very difficult actually. Unless you move with a cross taff and then you can see that A and then find out what is B. You have to adjust the point and then you come to a point. So what is that? Your AB is now it becomes the diagonal. So you can measure AC and BC. AC square plus BC square, square root of it, you get a AB. Is okay. The next one is there is another solution. So what is that you do? You select a point AC and select a point E. Okay, select a point E. So you create a similar triangle. Concept of similar triangle can be used, and then you can try to find out what is the what is the better way of doing it? You have to create AC, measure out a C, and then fix up a point E. Same way you select a point D and see that BC and CD are equal. Then the point DE, you have created a congruent triangle. DE is equal to AB. Okay. Next part is, can anyone say what is it? You look at the figure. Is that clear to you? Figure.
Yes, sir.
So obstructed length is AB. Obstructed length is AB. Okay, fine. Now, what is that you are going to do in this? The solution is there. Can you look at it and then solve the problem? Anybody?
Sir, here we are forming isosceles triangle where AB is the perpendicular bisector of the DC.
Sir,
Where
kindly
two guys
understand.
from uh,
It is
B
not drawing
can go in
a
opposite
triangle
direction.
in a sheet of paper. It is on the field. We are going to draw a triangle on
Sir.
the field.
No,
Sir,
sir, I'm saying that
Yeah,
from B to
one by one. You just tell me. I'll let you.
sir, two guys from B can move in opposite directions so that they are equally distant from B, and so that
So
AD
there is
and
an
AC
equal distance from C, like B.
equal distance from B in opposite direction.
Right. Equal distance from B. Okay, fine. Then
Okay, so that AC and AD are equal. Now ADC will form.
AC and AD are equal, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
correct. Okay, fine.
Okay,
Then
then when they will be equal, then we can measure AB indirectly. Since AB is the perpendicular bisector of DC, now ADC is an isosceles triangle on the field. So by measuring AD or AC and either BD or BC, we can find AB, which is equal to AD square root of AD square plus BD square, or AC square plus BC square.
should we make it equal? Like okay, fine. Well, any other solution?
Sir, I can stand at B and use uh, theodolite and look at
No,
A,
no, no,
sir.
nothing
So
is
I'll
there.
get the angle of depression.
Sir, theolite I'm not going to give. Forget. I'm not going to give you theolite. Only linear measurement. We are talking of linear measurement. Like okay, but what is that you have in the field is your ranging rod is there, measuring devices are there. You can do only linear, but not angular. Tell me.
So we have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
find
you
the
say
length
it.
of the perpendicular bisector.
Perpendicular bisector. How? Perpendicular bisector of what? That line AB.
Yeah, sir, AB.
Line AB. How do you
That
make
would
it?
be the length of
How
the
do you
plate.
make it? Because in between you have got a larger ditch. So the ditch is
So
suppose
we are forming a
this is
triangle now,
suppose
so
I
we
say
can
that
find
this
the
is
angle
100
bisector.
meter. This is 100 meter. How do you go about? How do you go about? So very simple solution I'll tell you.
Use the cos.
Yeah, please. Somebody is attempting it. Please. Yeah, please.
So you know AD, you know BD, use cos formula, find AB.
Now, what is the property of CBD? C, B, and D.
Line. They lie on the
What is
same
it
line.
you observe in C, B, and D?
They lie on the same line.
They are on.
Same line.
Yeah. What is it? Correct. They are on.
They are collinear.
Collinear.
What is that term? What is that we learn now? They are in range. No? They are in.
Yeah.
They are in range. Simple. What I do is I set out a line AC. Very random. Can I set out a line AC? Okay. I'll set out a line AC. And then I will set out another line AD. Okay. So C, I have fixed the point C. When I fix the point D, the condition is that the person at C will direct a person at D to come in range in CB, extended line of CB. So CB and D are in range. Is it possible to measure AC? Is it possible to measure AD? Is it possible to measure DC?
Yes,
All
sir.
these three?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. What is angle ADC? Let me put it as theta. Angle ADC is nothing but, so what is the property of triangle? So AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square minus 2AD into DC cos theta. Cosine formula.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cosine formula. So what is that I
Yes,
can
sir.
find
Yes, sir.
out? Theta.
You get A.
Because I have
We can
measured
find
AC.
theta. Yes.
I
Yes,
have
sir.
measured
Angle.
AC. I have measured DC. I can find out the theta. Suppose I put a theta here, ACD, theta here. Do you understand that? Same thing I can find out. I can find out what is the
Yes.
theta. I solve for it. So what is the method? First I will ask, I'll set out a random line AC. I'll set out a random line AC. Okay. Then I will set out a line AD. The condition is that CBD are in range. CBD on C, B, and D are in range. Okay. So now what is that? I can measure AC, I can measure CD, I can measure AD. So AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square minus 2 into AD into DC cos theta. Okay. So I can solve other parameter, other these things are known. I can find out what is cos theta. Once I know what is the cos theta or theta, then I can, what is it I can find out. So AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square minus 2 into AD into DB cos theta. Then take a square root of it. I will get what is the length AB. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is some way. So what is the problem is you can go around the obstacle and proceed it here. Sometimes, you know, you go around the obstacle and then proceed. Suppose if it is an intervening river, okay, you have to cross the river. The river is a small pond, you can cross it. If it is something like a Brahmaputra, okay. Anybody from Assam over here in your class? Anybody from the area, Guwahati and other places? The length of the river itself is 10 kilometers, the width of the river. Then you cannot use this method of this thing. It's a small thing, drawing on a sheet of paper. It is very easy and very easy you can explain. But the only thing is, when it comes to the field where you are, you have got a handicap that you have not taken some sufficient survey instrument, there comes a challenge that somehow you have to manage and get over the situation. Boys, is it this way of making a presentation is okay for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
the solution is here now. What I said, right? So you can find out what is cos theta, then you can solve for that. You will have a, you can find out what is the obstructed length. Okay, so this is how things move on. Is that okay? Shall I close down for today? If you are convenient or comfortable with this type of presentation, we will move on other without going for what is
Yeah,
called
yeah.
or a
Yes,
whiteboard.
sir. Yes, sir. This is most
Yes, sir.
efficient, I
This is
think.
better than the yesterday one.
Okay. So that you can always see the on the something. But the only thing is writing on the board. I will be more convenient. I have to do some extra work and then come prepared for your class. Right? Fine. Shall we stop today?
Sir, but this is better than the yesterday's
This is more
presentation.
convenient, sir.
Oh,
We can
fine.
see things clearly.
Oh, you are able to see that. Very
Yeah,
good.
Yes, sir.
we are able
We
to
can
see
see.
and confirm everything because board was not visible clearly.
Will you copy down this material or should I send you some PowerPoint? I can send you to as a,
Just send
I
it
can
to
share it
CR.
with you.
Put it on the group.
Yeah. But only problem is it does not have a copyright violation. That's why I put the where from because it's not my source actually. But this is the one which I have drawn, right? This is the one which I have drawn. But sometimes I have to take a photograph of something else, you know. In that case, I will make it, the reference is there, where from I got the source. So this I took it from a net actually. This is also from net and this is also from net. But I thought that I can draw myself and take a photograph and then upload it, send it. But the process is a little bit hectic. But anyhow, if, in the learning process, if you are more convenient, I think this will work, is it not? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Right? Any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You are very clear of that. Right?
Sir, crystal clear.
Very clear. Okay. How about other subject they have started talking, Alexa? Other subject they are under the group. And
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
except mechanics of solids, others have started, sir.
started. So here I just wanted to tell you that attendance is very compulsory. Rather, you have to. And myself, sometime I'll call you by random, and you should be in a position to answer my call. Okay. Other way, I just wanted a one-to-one interaction. Okay. Somebody has conversed. Right. Okay. Harish, you are here. Harish.